Here was someone who's never been to man's world and coming into a time with all kinds of absurdities of, of a mechanized life and modernity and pollution, but also sexism and racism and classism and all of these things. And it was really amazing, and I loved getting to see the world through the point of view of someone who that all makes no sense to. Such a great dialogue, and I loved it as it's continued, and people have even asked questions over time about wouldn't she be rallying for or standing up for. I'm like, I love that it would never occur to her. It's so absurd that she would never occur to her that wouldn't be obvious to you too. So wait a minute, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. And I love seeing the world through those eyes. No Man's Land was such an important scene to me because this is a coming of age story, really. And it's about someone finding the superhero that they're going to be in the world and finding the confidence to believe that they can make that change. And her version of it is realizing she's hearing all of the complexities of the modern world, and she's trying to be respectful of them until this moment comes, and then there's all the reasons why you can't be the one to make a difference, including, although not the point, that it's no man's land, which I loved. It just is what it is. She's Wonder Woman, and that's no man's land. But I like that even she doesn't, there are a couple times that he says man, we have to take it to the men who can on the boat. And she goes, but I'm the man who can. And I love the fact that she's not saying that as a feminist thing. She literally is like, of course you're not talking about men. Like, I'm the man who can. Mankind, that's me, And so even No Man's Land, she's like, doesn't think that it excludes her. I'm going to be the man who can, And so No Man's Land was an incredible thing because it's about her, and that is a superhero scene that I haven't seen that often, in a film where it's a really personal character moment of it's a moment of confidence and decision of what you can do. It's not about the wall of people that you're going up against, and in fact she's not even mad at them. She's just going to go across and be the one that makes a difference. And so yes, watching her make that choice, watching her believe in herself, and then watching her escalate to meet the occasion was such an emotional part of Wonder Woman, and then turned into being something that we haven't gotten to see women in particular do. Which is funny because I've known a lot of badass women, a ton, and I've seen a ton of women really go up in the face of things and take things on head on. But the physical demonstration that is possible in a superhero film has not been able to be used to demonstrate it the way that it has for the metaphor of men doing it. And so, yeah, it was wonderful to see the reaction that women had to it, including my mother, who would just sit and sob every time that she saw it and talk about all kinds. She would be listing all these women in history, and I was like, Mom, it's really not about that, but I'm glad that you... And it was like, when so-and-so went, my mom would just go on and on. I was very conscious that this was so important. This was the make it or break it moment. This is the scene that represents the birth of a superhero and your ability to be her in this moment. I did not know how it would be received. It was never going to be good enough for me. It's one scene that I wasn't nailed it. I was never happy, not till the last moment. I was trying to change things on that scene till the very moment that it got taken away. When I was trying to shoot it, and it was one person in particular went head to head with me in the prep process saying, this makes no sense, this is not how you do stunts, this is not how you do action, it is not safe, it's not even about anything, who is she fighting? That person ended up, having to leave the film as a result of that, but it was this battle that happened about what is this about? Why would we even do this? This is not what an action movie is. That was really I'll take care of what I think this is about. It's not about what you're used to an action movie being about. It's about something different and important to this story. To see what Superman 1 did for me as a child, being expressed in so many eyes, but even in a more intense way, because often they're eyes that weren't confident that they could be that person, and something about our movie made them believe that they could, because maybe they felt too soft or loving or interested in femininity or any of these things, and suddenly this movie gave them a chance to be as strong as they were while being as true to themselves as they wanted to be. It's been incredible. I mean, it's been truly incredible. And yes, the children, and seeing that young girls and boys have responded in an absolutely accepting way. Even the boys, sure, oh, she's a super badass, okay. Little girls really wanting to, give me a sword, I want to be Diana. But even almost more touching, the women in their 20s and 30s who have expressed finding confidence in a voice that they hadn't found before. That's been touching.